What is going on, you guys? My name is Ben and welcome back to another video. This is going to be the floor, the ceiling record every single NFL team or squad. So we're going to do alphabetical order for each and every team. If you guys like this type of content, please leave a like. Also comment down below. First off, the Arizona Cardinals, they had a pretty good season. Well, they did better. Especially with fucking Murray. Arizona, their floor record is 5-11. That is their worst record that I can think of for this upcoming season. And their best record that they could get is 8-8, in my opinion. 8-8 is probably the best record that they could possibly get coming into this season. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Floor record 4-12. Floor is like the worst record that they can get, and ceiling is 8-8. Falcons 8-8. I would be very surprised if the Falcons get 8-8. That's why I put it at 8-8. And that's why it's the ceiling. Next, the Baltimore Ravens. Their worst record that they could possibly get this season is 9-7, and their best record is 14-2. In my opinion, I don't think any team will go undefeated this year. Baltimore definitely 14-2 for their best. And that's really highly expected coming into the season. Next, the Buffalo Bills is floor 8-8. I don't see the Bills losing 8 or more games at all this upcoming season. And ceiling is 12-4. 12-4 is pretty high for the Bills, so that's why it's the ceiling. But yeah, 12-4 is probably the best that the Bills could possibly get this upcoming season. Next, Carolina, their worst record is 4-12, and their best record is 6-10 in my opinion. Next, the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not impressed about Joe Burrow. I think that is the right move to take to set up your rebuild and set up a team around Joe Burrow, your offense around Joe Burrow. But their defense is completely the same. Their offensive line is almost completely the same. They only changed coaches and they only got a little bit of pieces for running back and wide receivers. AJ Green is probably not going to play again this year, but we'll see. I got their ceiling at 5-11 for their biggest. I'll be surprised if they win more than 5 games this year. Next, the Chicago Bears. Floor 7-9, ceiling 10-6 is the Bears. So we never know with the Bears. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns. The worst record that they can get is 6-10, and the best record that they can get is 11-5. Yeah, 11-5 for the Cleveland Browns. Next, the Dallas Cowboys. We got the worst record, 8-8. That's like their favorite record ever, but I got them at their worst because their division's pretty fucking trash. I think the second team behind Dallas that could actually beat Dallas is probably the Giants, in my opinion, and the Giants are fucking ass. But that's what I think. I don't see the Eagles fucking beating them, and the football team isn't going to beat them. And then I got their ceiling record 13-3. Next, I got the Broncos at 6-10 for their worst record. Their best record 9-7. The Broncos is a weird team. They still have what's his name? I forgot his name. Fucking the Old Spice guy. He's still pretty good. And their defense is decent. Their offense is getting there. They're just a weird young team. Next, the Detroit Lions. Their worst record will be Worst record will be 3-13, and their best record will be 6-10. I love Matthew Stafford, but that team is fucking terrible, dude. It's so fucking trash. But I got them 6-10 for their best record. Next, the Green Bay Packers, 9-7, their worst record. Their best record, 12-4. The Packers are still the best team inside that division, in my opinion. That's the Packers division 100%. Next, we got the Houston Texans, the fucking clowns of the league. They give up D-Hop. I got 3-13 as their worst record and 8-8 as their. If they even win 8 games, the fucking Houston Texans fans need to throw fucking parties. There needs to be a fucking parade in Houston if they win more than 8 games. Next, I got the Colts at 6-10 and 8-8. The Colts have Phillip Rivers now. They got Michael Pittman. They got that other wide receiver that's fast as fuck. I forgot his name. He has dreads. Yeah, they're pretty decent. The Colts might win 8-8. That's their highest, I say, but I don't know. The Colts are weird. Next, we got the defending champs, the Chiefs. 10-6 is their worst record, and their best record 14-2. The Chiefs are going to the playoffs no matter what. So if anybody's hoping the Chiefs aren't going to go to the playoffs, they are. Next, I got the Los Angeles Chargers. Their worst record will be 0-16, and their best will be 4-12. Tyrod Taylor is starting quarterback. I love Tyrod. He brought the Bills to the playoffs for the first time in 19 seasons. But is he the same Tyrod that he was in Buffalo? Is the question. And he really wasn't that good in Buffalo. But he's going to have to carry the Chargers this year. But yeah, I think the Chargers are going to be the worst team in the league. Next to the Los Angeles Rams, I got them the worst record 6-10 and their best record 9-7. Yeah, there's really nothing to say about the Rams. They just fell off after the Super Bowl loss to the Patriots. Next, I got the Jaguars at 2-14 and 5-11. Leonard Fournette is still on the team. The Bills currently are trying to trade for him, but ever since we got Zach Moss, it's probably not going to happen. But that's what I've been hearing about, that the Bills are going to get Leonard Fournette. But yeah. Next, the Miami Dolphins, their worst record 5-11, their best 7-9. I love the Dolphins. Well, I hate the Dolphins, but I loved Ryan Tannehill when he was on the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill is a fucking beast, and I think it's retarded that they gave up him, but the Dolphins are just a laughingstock, not of the AFC East yet. Next, we got the Vikings. 7-9 is their worst, 10-6 is their best. Kirk Cousins is really mediocre, but I think the Vikings are going to make the playoffs. I definitely think they will. Next, I got the New England Patriots. If Cam Newton is not MVP Cam Newton and their defense gets terrible this year, and their offensive line gets terrible this year, 7-9. If Cam Newton shows up mediocre and their defense is elite like always, 11-5. That's what I think. But the Patriots are definitely going to make the playoffs because our division is the Patriots and the Bills are the kings of that division now. Next, we got the Saints at 9-7 as their worst and 13-3 as their best. Next, the Giants at 4-12 as their worst and their best 7-8. I believe in the Giants. I hate the Giants. I fucking hate the Giants. I hate that whole division. But I think the Giants is the team. I think the Giants may be the team to beat in that division for the Cowboys. Because the Giants, I believe, could beat the Eagles, and they're beating the football team twice. They're beating the football team twice, and they're beating the Eagles at least once. But the Cowboys are going to have to fight to win against the Giants this year. That's what I think. The Giants are really underrated. They're fucking trash, but they're underrated for what they are, for being a young team. Next, I got the New York Jets, fucking laughingstock of the AFC East, at 2-14 as their worst and 7-9 as their best. If they go more than 7 games, I will suck a dick. If they win more than 7 games this year, I'm sucking a dick. Next, the Las Vegas Raiders, 5-11 as their worst and 9-7. Like I said in past couple videos, the Raiders is a really mediocre team, so we'll just have to see what the fuck they do. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Their worst record, 5-11. Their best record, 8-8. The Eagles are pretty fucking trash. Also, that whole division is fucking terrible. But the Cowboys are definitely going to win it. But still, I don't even know what to say about the Eagles. Carson Wentz, stop getting fucking injured. Next, we got the 49ers. Their worst record, 8-8, and their best record, 13-3. They just went to the Super Bowl. I don't see them dropping off like the Rams did. Next, I got Seattle Seahawks, 7-9 for their worst record, that's impossible for the Seahawks. And next, 13-3 for them. Yeah, of course. Next, we got the Steelers, the fucking NFL Network. If you guys saw my reaction to what the NFL Network said, it's my most viewed video. Go watch it. Fuck the NFL. Its name is. They said 13-3, that's a fucking joke. I got them 6-10 as their worst record and 9-7 as their best. Next, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their worst record will be 7-9 in my opinion, and their best record will be 12-4. They will make the playoffs. Tennessee Titans with Ryan Tannehill and company, 6-10 as their worst and 10-6 as their best. They gave Henry huge fucking contract, or did they just keep him? I don't remember what happened. NFL is weird with contracts. But yeah, Tennessee, I see them making the playoffs. Now, finally, number 32, the Washington football team at 0-16 as their worst and 2-14 as their best. In my opinion, I think either the football team or the Chargers are going to be the worst teams in the league. They will be terrible. Whoever teams are playing them, you are winning, no matter what. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you fucking watched this whole entire video until the end, comment down below Glizzy. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.